I'm Alex with Storyline Travel. Today we're going to talk about Disney's value resorts. So Disney breaks their resorts into 4 categories. Today we're going to talk about value. The value category is the least expensive of the resorts at Walt Disney World. And I want to give you some characteristics of what a value resort is. They're basic standard rooms. The bed configuration is normally a king or 2 doubles. The size of a value resort room is about 260 square foot. So not bad, but definitely not as spacious as some of the other resorts we'll talk about on future videos. The bathroom is pretty basic. It's a 3-piece bathroom with a sink, a toilet, and a shower tub combo, all in one open room. And there's a closet, a little place to hang clothes. There's usually a dresser for folded clothes, and then either in the closet itself or under the bed you can put luggage. Another thing about the room configurations of a value is Disney has introduced a handful of family suites. They're more like 560 square foot in a few of the value resorts. And this has really helped with bigger families that still want to stay on that more budget conscious side, but need a little more room. And we'll highlight which resorts have the family suites as we go through this video. All of the resorts will have a pool area available. Also, value resorts on their dining, it will be a food court or a pool bar. So no table service restaurants are going to be available in a value resort. All of their pools will be themed, and we'll talk about the theme of each one as we look at each resort. For a while, the only transportation offering from a value resort was a bus. And while buses are still available at all of the value resorts, recently 2 value resorts have also gotten transportation from the Skyliner. And again, we'll highlight those as we talk about each resort to tell you which ones offer the Skyliner to Epcot and to Hollywood Studios. And finally, let's talk about the views. There's 3 typical views of a value resort: a parking lot or a standard view, usually a wooded or a nature type of view, and then a pool view. And as you can imagine, as each view improves, the price of that room does increase accordingly. So with that, let's talk about the value resorts themselves and a few of the features that make each one unique. The first set of value resorts is what is referred to as the All-Stars. First of all, the All-Stars are in one area, all within the Walt Disney Resort Complex. There is 3 unique value resorts in the All-Stars area: the All-Star Music, the All-Star Movies, and the All-Star Sports. Let's start with the All-Star Music. First of all, their pool is a guitar-shaped pool and theme around music. The resorts have larger-than-life music-related icons around the resort. The resorts are T-shaped. If you looked at them from a satellite view, you would notice that the resort buildings are T-shaped, and all of the doors face outside. So you'll enter your room from either the ground level or from an outdoor common balcony. The food court is called the Intermissions Food Court. It's a deli-style food court. And finally, the other unique thing about All-Star Movies is it is one of the value resorts that does have family suites. So if you're looking for that bigger resort, staying at the All-Star Music is a great one to look at. The next one we'll talk about is All-Star Movies. All-Star Movies has, again, larger-than-life icons related to movies. The All-Star Movies Resort has a Fantasia-themed pool. And your food court there is the world premiere food court with multiple stations of locations to go and get food. One fun, unique activity with the All-Star Movies is that on select evenings, they will show a complimentary Disney movie on the grounds. Check with the front desk or with your My Disney Experience to see what nights and what movies will be available at the All-Star Movies. And finally, the third All-Star Resort, All-Star Sports, again, on the same complex, its icons are themed to different sports. It has a surfboard themed pool for those surfers out there. And the food court is the end zone food court. And that makes up the All-Stars and the three All-Star uniquely themed resort. A few other things just to mention on All-Stars. Number one, all of their transportation is buses. Number two, it is a good size area, and so it's really spread out. So you will do quite a bit of walking. Additionally, the buses are shared between the three and can get crowded at times. So just be prepared for that and aware, especially for any special activities, special plans. If you're there on a holiday week or holiday weekend, you will see a lot of congestion in the All-Star Resort area. All right, let's move on from there. Let's talk about Pop Century, another one of the value resorts. Pop Century, the theming of each building is decades from the 1950s through the 1990s, and each one has a larger-than-life icon that represents that decade. Pop Century is one of the more popular value resorts. In addition to having bus access, they also have access to the Skyliner. So you now have two transportation offerings. They have a jetted pool. So there's water jets in the pool that makes it fun, coming out of the flowers, shooting water at you. And finally, their food court, Something Pop, is both a combination shopping area and food court. So in addition to getting something to eat, you might be able to pick up that great souvenir. The last value resort I wanted to share with you guys is the newest of the value resort, the Art of Animation. The theming around Art of Animation is Disney animation and Pixar movies. And you will see things from drawings in the lobby as you come in to larger-than-life icons from the movies, whether it's The Lion King from Disney Animation or Finding Nemo from Pixar, and many others that are around the resort area. It gives you that opportunity to be into the movies that you've seen from, again, Disney Animation and Pixar. Art of Animation does have family suites, so it is one of those value locations where you can find the bigger rooms. Another unique feature of Art of Animation is it actually has the largest pool of all of the resorts in Walt Disney World. It's a huge pool and is a unique feature for Art of Animation. So take some pool time and really enjoy the space in the water as you and your family take a dip. The Landscape of Flavors is their food court, and it's actually a food court our family has enjoyed. Made to order meals at, I believe it's 6 different stations, and really good fresh food that's quick to grab. So it is one of the nicer food courts that I enjoy at the resorts. In addition to bus service to the parks, Art of Animation is another value resort that now has Skyliner access, and so you can take a gondola now to Hollywood and to Epcot as opposed to just taking the bus. And finally, as we record this now in early 2022, Art of Animation is also a pet-friendly resort, and within limits, there are up to 2 dogs that can stay in Art of Animation Resort. So for our pet lovers out there, check that out. That may be an option for you if you're bringing your pet with you. So those are the value resorts at Walt Disney World. I'm curious, have you stayed at a value resort? Would you consider staying at a value resort? Which one speaks to you? Give us a comment below. Let us know. Where have you stayed and which one would you consider staying at? We hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe to us so that you keep up with what's going on with Storyline Travel as we share tips and share this type of information going forward. And remember, at Storyline Travel, we believe every adventure is a story waiting to be told.